I'm also a big fan of roller coasters. One person, thank you. My favorite thing to do on a roller coaster is sit in the front row of a roller coaster. Ooh. So much so that if it's my turn to go and it's not the front row, then I'll just wait and let the people pass so that I can take the front row in the next one. You're nodding your head, you do that too, right? One time I did that, my friend who was with me, he goes, dude, why do you sit in the front? If something goes wrong, you will be the first one to die. And I said, okay, let's say I die first. You are sitting behind me. In that time, what are you going to do? You don't even have time to go, hello, and like, what? Yeah, she got billboards, I got jokes, everybody. They're gonna keep running all night long, buckle in. But then I asked my friend, like, how did you come to that conclusion? Why would sitting in the front row of a roller coaster mean that I will be the first one to die? And my friend goes, because it's obvious. If you sit in the front, you will be the first one to die. When I said, oh, now that you repeat the same shit twice, it makes so much more sense. That's what was missing, repetition. Just repeat the same thing, one word at a time, just slower and snarkier that suggests you are smart, I am stupid, then I get it. So at this point, I picked out my phone and I Googled all the ways that people have died on a roller coaster in America. And I found 9 ways. 9 ways that people in America have died on a roller coaster. Number 1, the seatbelt lock malfunctioned. Number 2, the seatbelt broke. And I'm thinking, what's the difference? Sounds the same to me. Number 3, somebody removed their seatbelt in the middle of the ride. And I was like, wow, there's a bigger thrill seeker than me. Salute to you, my friend. Although you can't see me salute, but in spirits. Number 4, somebody stood up in the middle of the ride and got decapitated. And I'm thinking, don't you have to remove the seatbelt in order to stand up? Why are those two things separate? Who's embellishing this list? Keep it short, buddy. I have a right to catch. Also, one time at the end of my show, this woman walks up to me and she goes, you know, my grandmother was there. And I'm like, what do you mean? She goes, my grandmother was in the roller coaster sitting behind the guy who stood up. And when he got decapitated, his head fell in her lap. And then she left. And I'm like, whoa, hold on, I have some questions. Like, what did your grandmother do? Did she panic like a normal human being and was like, and just threw it to somebody else who caught it and was like, and then threw it to somebody else who caught it and was like, and just, was it like a game of head potato? Or your grandmother all calm and collected, held on to the head till the end of the ride and then was like, oh, looks like you dropped something. Like, what did she do? Number 5, a piece of metal from the track broke, fell on a rider, and the rider died. And when I was guessing all the ways people might have died as I was Googling this, like I could imagine all the seatbelt malfunction, the decapitation, like even the joke that I did, right? I didn't see that coming. Just like that rider. Headshake is right, okay. Number 6, when the coaster was making the first loop, the last car detached, fell over, and some people died. Number 7, when the coaster was climbing that first big hill, the cable that pulls it up snapped, broke. The anti-lock brakes that are supposed to prevent the coaster from rolling back failed, and the coaster went backwards out of control, and some people died. And number 8, the entire roller coaster derailed, and some people died. And I'm thinking, None of these involve the first row. Now, the only front row accident that resulted in a death happened with this one person who was in a wheelchair. You're ahead of the game, buddy, okay? Was in a wheelchair because they had lost both their legs, went on the ride, got ejected in the middle of the ride because the lap belts couldn't hold them down because they had no legs. And I felt just as guilty as some of you are while laughing. Because I read that, I was like, dude, this is so sad, but funny. Right? Because that's the one you can actually visualize. I'm sitting there visualizing like it's something out of a cartoon film where this guy's like, with like sound effects and everything. Also, I don't think that counts as a front row accident. This dude could have been sitting anywhere in the coaster. Still gone flying. So I showed the whole list to my friend. I was like, look, dude, 9 ways people have died on a roller coaster. None of them involve the first row. And my friend goes, okay, then go sit in the front. And if something goes wrong, don't tell me I didn't warn you. So now I Googled the average number of deaths in America due to a roller coaster accident. The number? 4. Then I Googled the average number of deaths in America because of a car accident. Because that's what the guy's thinking about, right? You're sitting in the front row of a car, you get in a head-on collision. There are no head-on collisions on a roller coaster. Number of car accident deaths every year on an average, 40,000. I told my friend, look man, there's a 1,000,000% higher chance that you and I will die on a ride back home. Why don't we go enjoy the last potential roller coaster ride of our life? Which we did. And I forced my friend to sit in the front with me. And in the middle of the ride, I removed his seatbelt. Okay.